Hey, so this is my first video, but I wanted to make a video about the symptoms that I've been having since I had my 3-day transfer on Friday, July the 5th. So let me put my seatbelt on. I'm just leaving work. So it went like this. On Tuesday, which would have been January the 2nd, my husband gave his sample and they fertilized our 3 eggs, and they of course grew them out to Friday for transfer. So on Tuesday, January the 2nd, that day I started my transfer meds. So I started my progesterone and oil. I started my clindamycin cream. I started the quinone. And I think that's the only extra stuff that I started. So Wednesday, I had uterine PRP mixed with an HCG wash. So uterine PRP is uterine plasma rich protein, and they drew 3 vials of blood from me. And of course it takes them about 20 to 30 minutes. They spin it down to the plasma. And because I was also getting an HCG wash, which is the same thing that you do trigger with, they, mix it up. They mix both things together. Well, I actually don't know if she mixed it together. A nurse did the procedure. She might have put, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what she did. But anyway, it was very painful. The speculum wasn't comfortable for me. When she put the stuff in my uterus, I cramped. It wasn't comfortable. It was not fun. So I was really nervous about transfer because I thought transfer was going to be as painful. Anyway, so that was Wednesday. Thursday was 4th of July. Office was closed. Me and my husband went to the movies. Then we went and got some dinner. We had sex that night. I don't know if that matters, but anyway, we did. And Friday was transfer. So I got there at 8. I had acupuncture. The acupuncture wasn't particularly comfortable, relaxing as they suggested that it was. Because the lady started and she didn't tell me, so when she put the first needle in, I wasn't expecting it, so it kind of caught me off guard and I kind of jumped. But anyway, so that happened, and then they told me that the clinic was running behind. They told me to empty my bladder, because it might be a little weight, and I told them no because I tried to pee but I couldn't pee. And I drank some more water on top of that because I know I clam up when I need to pee, like for a doctor or whatever. So I didn't want to risk it. I just held it. So I got into the room. They called me back like maybe 30 minutes after the lady told me. So my transfer was supposed to be at 9, but I didn't wind up getting in the room until like 9:45. My husband had to go take a nervous shit. So they were like, they gave me the Valium with water, and she said, do you have on your panties? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, take them off. And I'm like, I'm so nervous. I had PRP and HCG wash and it hurt. She said, oh honey, this is not gonna hurt. She said, it's not gonna hurt. It's gonna be like a pap smear, which, I mean, you really can't say that, because for everybody, pap smears, you know, it is what it is. But for me, when people say, oh, it's like a pap smear, I'm like, well, that's probably not the best thing to say to me. But anyway, so we're waiting on my husband. So because we were waiting on my husband, I guess the doctor went and did something else, so it made our wait a little bit longer, which I didn't really care about. I was in the room, I had the Valium, I was chilling. So when the doctor came in, nobody had put a report up about the embryos, how they looked, anything. So he said, you have 3 embryos. He said, you're 35. You know, science recommendation is that you only transfer 1. However, it's up to you how many you want to transfer. So me and my husband looked at each other and we both said 1, because we both have twin, and my husband is a twin, and it runs in my family, so we kind of felt like the egg would split anyway, so we really didn't want to risk it. So we just transferred 1. I said we can, but I wanted to make sure he knew that I wanted to grow the other 2 embryos out to day 5. And he said yes, we can do that. So he asked me, did I have any questions? I said, not really, I just have a request. Can you put the speculum in slow? Can you click it slow? Kind of a wimp. And he said sure. He put the speculum in, did everything, told me I'm going to do this next, and it didn't hurt, not one bit. It wasn't uncomfortable, it wasn't pinching me anywhere. I was very happy with that. So he said, oh, I'm swabbing your cervix, and I kind of made a joke, and I said, well, I've always been told I have a cute cervix, and everybody just bust out laughing. Oh, when he put the speculum in and clicked, the nurse went and knocked on the little door where the embryologist was. She came into the room and I'm like, is the embryo in there? She's like, no, it's just a catheter. So after he swabbed my cervix, he put the catheter in me. I didn't feel it. You know, they did the ultrasound thing, you know, to make sure the placement was okay. Then she went back into the little door and came back with the embryo. He did it. I sat there and that was it. Went back upstairs, emptied my bladder finally, had my acupuncture, and we left. We got on the road, came back to South Carolina. It was a 12-hour drive anyway. So Saturday morning, which was Monday past a 3-day transfer, I woke up that morning. Of course, I was exhausted anyway, but I woke up that morning and I had a lot of gas on my stomach, which isn't something that I normally have. So I thought that was strange. Sunday, didn't really have any symptoms that I can remember. Monday, the cramping started. It wasn't like bad cramping, but it was just cramping. So I was happy. I was happy that I was cramping, because I thought, you know, that means something's happening. I reached out to the fertility group I'm in. They're like, oh, it's too early, it's the progesterone. So I kind of got discouraged. I mean, everybody knows their body, and sure, it could be the progesterone, but I really didn't feel like it was. I had been on progesterone before, hadn't had cramps before. So Tuesday, I woke up, felt pretty good, went back to work on Tuesday. I was actually feeling a little bit discouraged about if the transfer even worked, because I really wasn't feeling much on Tuesday, which was supposed to be the day that everything started. So that was short-lived, because around 4:30 on Tuesday, I went to the bathroom and I started spotting. So I was super excited then. I sent a message to my clinic. I'm like, oh, this means implantation. And as soon as I started spotting, I started back cramping that evening. And then all of a sudden that night, Tuesday night, like before I went to bed, I got really nauseous. And as soon as I got nauseous, I got dizzy. And I just kind of like made myself go to sleep. Wednesday, which was yesterday, today is Thursday, so this was Tuesday. Wednesday, I had to go to a training, and I kind of let the trainer know what was up before, because I told her I'm not going to be doing a lot. It was a training where you learn crisis intervention techniques, and you do have to demonstrate them. So it was a few of them. I'm like, I'm not going to be doing all of that. It seemed later in the afternoon I was cramping. It wasn't painful, but it was like I was having not pain, I don't want to say pain, but I was having shooting sensations that were like around my belly button, going down my left side or going down my right side, in addition to the cramping. So that was something new that started yesterday. Also, after we did those little techniques in the training, I was tired. I forgot something. On Tuesday, I started to just be hot. I mean, like pouring sweat. And I am wearing a wig. I don't know if they have anything to do with it. Normally when I sweat in my hair anyway. That's the first place that starts to pour sweat. But I'm talking about I'm pouring sweat. I don't sweat like how I was sweating. Pouring sweat. Like I have to go to the bathroom, wet a paper towel, put it on my face, put it on the back of my neck. Like I'm literally at this point, I'm getting overheated type of thing. So that started happening. I started pouring sweat on Tuesday, but yesterday when it happened, like I started not feeling the best. Kind of haven't been drinking as much water as I probably should have been, so that could have had something to do with it. But anyway, we left the training. And I had every intention on going back to work, because obviously I've been out of work for like a week and a day. And I was tired. I was like, it's not happening. So I went home and I had asked my husband if we could go to Olive Garden and do the, buy one, take one. So I knew I didn't want to get undressed. I knew I wanted to like rest. So I started watching videos on YouTube, and next thing I knew it, I had fell asleep. So I don't normally fall asleep like that with my phone in my hand and fully clothed. And I took a nap for about an hour, and I mean that was like the best nap ever. I did also we did go to Olive Garden, and I did eat all my food. I never do that. I never eat all my food. I always bring it, but I ate mostly all of my food. And yeah, we got back home, and I was just pooped again. I wanted to take a shower, do some. I didn't do none of that. I literally was tired. I fell asleep super early. Woke up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and couldn't go back to sleep. So I was like, oh, did it work? Did it not work? I did take a pregnancy test yesterday too, actually, like a Walmart cheap one and first response. So another thing is my urine has been very pigmented since transfer, and I'm not talking about the dehydrated urine look. I just mean it's been very heavy, concentrated, like smelling weird. I don't think I have a UTI or anything, but it's just weird. So I think even if I was going to get a faint positive on yesterday, my urine was too dark to even see a faint line. So because of that, I said, oh, I'm going to test this morning. So I tested this morning. it was negative, and I didn't get discouraged, but I'm not getting discouraged because I still think I'm pregnant. It's just, I think it's too early. From my research, it seems that people are getting a positive 6 days past 3-day transfer that have twins, and I definitely don't think I have twins at this point. So today I've been cramping. I've saw like a little bit of blood kind of mixed in with cervical mucus, but I've been having like lightning crotch today. I don't know if you know what that is, but like I said, I was having like some shooting little pains in my stomach, the last couple of days, but these little shooting pains are going straight to the vagina area. Like, it's no mistaking, where I'm feeling these pains at. And then, like I said, it's not painful. It's just like it catches you off guard type of thing. So, of course, I looked that up, and Google said that pretty much happens all through your pregnancy, and it can mean nothing, and it can mean something. So, not worry about that. Still having some cramping, but it's like really, really low cramping. What else? I kind of have a headache. Like, I feel like it's coming. I'm tired, but that's nothing new. I'm not like pooped tired, but I am tired. Also, what I forgot to leave out is Saturday morning I woke up with a yeast infection. So I thought it was a yeast infection because I was irritated. So I got up, took a shower, thought that me just taking a shower and cleaning myself real good would make the irritation go away. But when my husband got home the next day, he checked everything out, and he was like, yeah, you got a yeast infection. So I hit my clinic up, and they were like, oh, drink cranberry juice and eat yogurt. And I'm like, nah, honey, it's past all of that. Like, I was so itchy and irritated, and my husband told me that I was like red and I was swollen. Of course I wasn't itching or anything, but I think it's from the clindamycin cream. My clinic recommended Cleocin, but my insurance didn't cover that. They wanted me to get the clindamycin cream, and I just think that mixed with the crenone, and I just think that was a little bit too much for my lady parts, so I developed a yeast infection. I did treat that with a 3-day monostat, and I did stop the crenone those days, and I was nervous about it because on transfer my progesterone was 11.8. My clinic likes it to be 20 or above, so they upped me from 1 milliliter of progesterone and oil to 2 milliliters. So they also suggested that I lay off the crenone for a few days. So I went to do my midway labs on Monday. My estrogen was 86. They like it to be over 100, so I was already taking estradiol 3 times a day, so now I take it 4. My progesterone on Tuesday was 35.8, so that was perfect. So those days that I treated my yeast infection, I took a prometrium pill because the crenone is only 90 milligrams of progesterone. A prometrium is 100, so I was like, what the hell? I just took a pill those days. So last night was my first night feeling like the yeast infection was gone, so I did use the crenone last night, and I did see some yeast today. So I'm a little irritated today. I don't know that it's back, but the lady was saying that at the clinic that I could do it like every other night. So I think I'm gonna do the prometrium tonight and see. I don't do yeast infections, y'all. I haven't had a lot of them in my life. but I can't do it. It's already enough going on down there and have been going on down there throughout this whole process, so I'm not really feeling the yeast infection. So anyway, like I said, today I'm 6 days past 3-day transfer. My pregnancy test was white. So I'm not getting discouraged because of all the symptoms I'm having. I also, when I was taking a shower this morning, you know, I'm a big girl, so I went to lift up my stomach to wash up under my stomach, and the right side of my abdomen feels heavier. So I don't know what that means. I just feel my uterus feels fuller, if that makes sense. I'm definitely, you know, vigilant of where my uterus is and how I feel, how it feels. So I'm definitely more aware of that. I think that's it. I am going to test. Well, I don't know if I'm going to test in the morning. I might test in the morning and I might test in the evening. I've been seeing when you have one baby and you do a 3-day transfer, most people get their positives on the 8th, 9th, and 10th day. So tomorrow is 7 days for me. So I think I am going to test in the morning, just because, I mean, I've tested today, so might as well just test until my 8th day will of course be Saturday morning, and I'm definitely testing then. So like I said, I think I'm gonna test in the morning, but I was thinking about not testing in the morning, or I was thinking about seeing how I feel tomorrow and maybe test tomorrow evening. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll know when I do it. So anyway, that's my update for transfer and my symptoms up until today, which is 6 days past 3-day transfer.